Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Education Day today, okay? So, we talked about systems last time, okay? So systems. I'm gonna talk about how we can use our muscles and the quality of our muscles to impact or let us know how our quality of health is. Okay, so I kind of jumbled that, but what I'm talking about. Here we do manual muscle testing, okay? So manual muscle testing is what it's technically called. We call it MST, which is muscular system treatment, okay? So there's a certain definition I made up from those words, right? I guess you can call it a Clayism, whatever you want to call it, which it doesn't matter. So it's a way for us to check in on your muscular system. It also lets us know how the health of your system's doing overall. Example, we have certain things in place here at Curtis Clay Training. If we test one side and the other and it's not very good, it might mean there's a spinal issue, okay? If it's related to that area nerve-root relationship, we will refer out for that, okay? That's not in our scope of practice, in our standard of care, okay? So with that being said, we can use muscles and how quality we move or how quality we can hold positions for our overall health, right? Now, chiropractors used to say that, chiros, they used to say that, if they test a certain muscle, what happens is like, your kidney function is off, right? It's not very good. And I'm like, no, there's no science to prove that, okay? Which is okay, that's fine. You believe that's fine, totally fine. Right now, there's some people that have some research not on that, so it's not okay. So anyways, how we can use quality muscles and how it's impacting your health. I'm gonna give you a story why we use that here for athletic, for training, for whatever, to build out tailored custom exercise for you guys, okay? There was this thing that happened a while ago, and it might hit a sore spot because we are in a pandemic, right? So I'm sorry, we should, pandemic, right? So we got a pandemic, okay? Which is related to COVID-19, okay? There was something else that happened a long time ago, okay? Which birthed manual muscle testing. And it was this thing, essentially when fecal matter, excuse me for that, fecal, did I spell that right? Fecal matter? Did I spell that right, Q? Fecal matter, is that fecal?
Right.
C-A-L?
I think so.
We're not in a dictionary here anyways, okay? So fecal, so you know what I'm saying. Doo-doo. Anyways, this gets into the spinal cord, okay? Because of uncleanliness. There was a disease that caused this, okay? And it was called polio, okay? Polio. So again, I just said earlier that this was the birth of this. Back in the day, we would do manual muscle testing, okay? We would essentially put people in a machine, okay? And it would test 5 to 10 different positions. It was an actual machine. So they'd set you up in a machine, like how when you have you guys come out on a table and hold your leg here, hold your arm here. They would set you up in this machine and put you on a grading scale, okay? So they test the leg, the glute, you're on your stomach, you're in the machine applies force, and if you stop it, they're gonna give you a grading scale between a 1 and a 5, okay? If you're at a 1, that means that there's not that much fecal matter in your spinal cord, which is great, which is good, okay? If you're at a 5, man, that's not good. You're not controlling your system very well. So they use muscle testing to figure out the health of your system. This is related to spinal cord, related to polio, okay? And there's a lot of colors and drawing on here. But what happened is polio happened during what time? Do you know what time it was, Quentin? Depression?
Yeah.
During the Great Depression, right? We did not have resources to make more machines to test more people. So what did they do? Gosh, how do we solve this problem? And they looked down, I'm making this up, but they looked down and they said, we have hands. We've got hands, okay? Which led to manual muscle testing, okay? So they used their hands testing people to grade them on a grading scale, okay? And that was the birth of that. So we used our hands to test certain positions or configurations to let us know your overall health, and we used our muscles to do this. And why were we able to do this? I don't know if the research was out back then, but our muscles have this thing called a feedback loop. Let me actually erase this, guys. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little crowded here. Which actually, that's a cool picture. Let me take a picture of that, right? So give me a second. It's actually a pretty cool picture. Got to keep the content, right? So don't mind me. Well, that's zoomed in. Let's go 1. Let's go here, there. We're good. Okay, now I'm gonna erase. This is a great drawing, by the way, Quentin. So what we're gonna do, okay? I'm gonna talk to you about why they were able to use this and why it was applicable, or the efficacy was high, okay? Even though we have human error, okay? We've got the brain. Boom. Bear with me on this, okay? The brain stem. Brain stem. squiggles in there. Right? Those grooves are very important, right? So then from here we've got, let's just say a muscle, okay? There's a hand, we use a dumbbell, okay? From there, we got muscle, bicep, okay? Well, sorry, across the elbow joint. It's a weird bicep. But anyways, there's this thing called a feedback loop, okay? When our body detects force on the system, it sends a signal to the back side of the brain. So say this is posterior, okay? Posterior, or dorsal, right? Kind of like a whale, right? Or excuse me, like a killer whale. Which, in Portugal, a bunch of killer whales just attacked the boat. Pretty nuts. Anyways, the dorsal, and then we've got the ventral horn, which is the anterior, okay? This happens so fast, okay? So we have the information that we're like, oh, we feel feedback. We touch a hot surface. That information goes through our system, boom, to the dorsal horn. The information gets transferred and we get a result of what we need to do with this weight, okay? Which, or whatever, if I got a hot hand and I'm touching a hot pot, it's like touch, oh, I wish I do. Pull the hand off, it's a reflex. It happens so fast. With a dumbbell, if I'm moving this weight, it tells the muscle, you need this amount of force to move this amount of weight from here to here, okay? The feedback loop. Now, if that's the case, we can use that feedback loop to assess the health of your system. Your brain is the hub for every other system, your kidneys, your liver, your heart, right? All these things, and obviously your muscles. But we can use manual muscle testing to see the quality of your system, which lets us know the quality of your health. And that's what's super cool about exercising. When you exercise, it can help your entire system. That's what we talked about, systems mindset. It doesn't just impact one area of the body, in fact, it impacts the entire body. So hopefully that makes sense, but your muscle health, which is exercising, can help your overall health. And we know that on so many fronts. So hopefully that makes sense. If you got more questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.